Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here we've got the Universe card. This, there might be something that has been delayed. You feel like you're waiting for something. I feel like what you're waiting for is really the whole world to open up, right? I feel like you're waiting for the right time for something, or you're waiting for a certain time to arrive. Now, we're going to put this into some context, but I feel like this is the lifting of a lot of boundaries. I feel like something has been limiting you, and it's something about the timing. We're waiting for the timing to be just right, and then that whole world's going to open up, right? I feel like this is really good news. Let's look at some other cards, though. Oh, yeah. Celebration, right? 3 of Cups. The Emperor underneath. A 10, 10 of Wands. And a 10 of Pentacles, yes. This is fire to earth manifestation. This is everything that you've ever wanted. This is your best life. This is your entire will manifesting, right, in the physical world, on the physical plane. And it really is going to be a cause for, this is good news. To me, this feels like the wait is over. Oh, and look at that, Lover's card. 2 of Pentacles, the Hermit, a Knight of Cups, and the more Earth energy with the Empress. I mean, not the Empress. Looks like the Empress. This is the Princess of Pentacles, right? And the Princess of Pentacles, it's similar to an Empress energy. And I always I associate those cards, but the Princess of Pentacles contains every other card in the tarot pack, the good and the bad. Right? But everything is happening. Everything is possible now. When we have the Universe card, this is everything. This is the infinite, but it's unmanifest, still in potential form. This is the infinite, but now clothed in form, clothed with matter. Right? So this is empty space. This is empty space. This is space filled with literally everything that exists, right? Everything, the 10,000 things, everything. Yeah. So this is really, this from start to finish. This is you manifesting everything that is meant for you. This is your entire path unfolding before you. So really, you've got to know what you want in order to manifest this. And what we're kind of seeing now, we have more Earth energy, right, with the 10 of Pentacles. Out of everything that is possible in the universe, all the 10,000 things under heaven, what is it that you want? What is meant for you? Which of these infinite things do you put the most value in? Let's narrow it down a little bit, right? The 10 of Pentacles is your best life. It's the picture of your best life. So we can't just say, well, I want everything. Well, let's narrow it down. We can't just say, oh, I want everything that's meant for me, I want it. Yeah, but let's draw that picture. Let's paint that picture a little bit. Or if you're like me, you can't draw or paint, write it down. Make a list, right? What does wealth mean to you? Because this is what is right above you. This is what you're aspiring to. Wealth, success, your best life, complete manifestation. But what are these little coins? What is their value? What do they mean to you? And I guarantee every one of us is going to have similar drawing here. There's going to be some overlap, but we're all going to have a kind of a different set of 10 coins here. Right? We are all carving our own symbols on these 10 coins because these are the things that matter to us. This is what I want to manifest because this has value to me, because this is my destiny. Yeah. So, the wait is over. Very good news. Emperor energy underneath everything. This is you always maintaining that kind of control, that discipline. When we talk about the fire energy, let's say, the 10 of Wands, you've done everything. You completed your tasks here. You carried this heavy load, this heavy piece of furniture, whatever. You carried it where it needs to go. You've been to the gym, you exhausted your muscles, and then you can go home and rest, right? But when you're at home resting, you're waiting for your muscles to recover so you can go back to the gym again. It's not like you suddenly lose all that discipline, all that fiery intention. You don't lose all of that willpower, and suddenly you're just undoing all of your work by being lax in your discipline, in your focus. No, the Emperor is down here. So even when you're not really doing anything, you still are maintaining discipline, right? Just because you're not in the gym working out right now doesn't mean you're the exact opposite. You still are maintaining your focus and your will. So to me, this is not just about one thing that you want to accomplish. Oh, I want to go to the gym and build muscle. No, this is more about a lifestyle change. This is more about the gym, and exercise is one part of it. But your overall lifestyle, your overall discipline and focus, that's the real key. So it's things you do at home too, right? It's kind of like you're choosing to take the stairs more than use the elevator, or you're gonna bicycle places more than drive the car, whatever it is. You're going to try to improve your diet a little bit. And we're just using fitness as an example, obviously. But this is the focus that you need to maintain this overall successful life, not just one aspect of it. Right? So when I see a 10 of Wands, I think, well, you're finished with one burden here, but you still are maintaining the discipline that you need, because this is not just one accomplishment. It's a whole life that you are building. And it's a whole world, right? We've got that universe or world card. I do think that the good news is here. This wait is over. There's going to be time for you to celebrate. And for some of you, it may involve a romantic situation. Okay, we definitely see that as being a possibility. I think romance is in your life here somewhere. And I don't know if you're going to be rejecting it. Here's the Knight of Cups in the position of what we don't want. We don't want that kind of love and affection exchange with a romantic person. I think that for some of you anyway, not for all of you, for some of you, it feels like that's going to be a distraction from our discipline and our focus. They say before a fight, boxers not supposed to have any kind of romantic stuff going on. You got to stay focused. You got to stay disciplined. You got to stay, really in that zone of what you're doing. So I can understand how a lot of you might be not focusing on the romantic stuff right now. Okay. The Lover's card doesn't always mean romance. This is you choosing to unite with your purpose. This is you making the choice to commit to something. And maybe this is really saying that you're so committed to this lifestyle, this world that you're building, that you have to say no to certain things. Maybe you're saying no to romance right now because you're so focused on whatever this is. Okay? Maybe this is the realization that, the romance, the intimacy, the love is part of this kind of fated life, this destiny that you've got. Maybe there's something changing here. Maybe we are realizing that part of what is going to make this world, this universe, so marvelous is the incorporation of now this love and intimacy. Maybe now we're ready for this. Right? Maybe now our fate is changing. Our 10 of Pentacles is changing a little bit. I always say, write it in pencil, draw it in pencil, because the further we get into our destiny, the more this is going to become clear, the more we may have to revise. Okay? So maybe your fate is changing a little bit. Maybe we realize that now is really the time for you to focus on the intimate relationships, whether they're romantic or platonic, but those close emotional, spiritual bonds with people. Close people, loved ones, family, and romance too. This could be the change that's happening in your fate right now. And this could be the timing. We're kind of waiting for the right time. We're waiting for something to kind of, waiting for something to come along, or maybe it's more about the timing than anything else. Yeah. I think these two cards together are really indicating that. The Three of Cups is abundance. We know what kind of feeling we want in our life now, and for whatever reason, we feel like, it's time to incorporate that into our best life picture. Okay. Now, let's talk about the path of the serpent. And as we move over here, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost you anything. And it really helps out the channel, and I do appreciate that. So the Two of Pentacles, right? Change. I feel like we're ready to add some stuff to our best life. We're ready to accept that, there is kind of more that we want in this picture. And maybe this was kind of saying, okay, well, your career is going, you've got your health, and all this stuff is really, and now the one thing that's kind of missing is the intimacy, is this love energy. Yeah. Spirit's telling me that you've been hearing a song kind of on repeat. I don't know if you've got a song stuck in your head, or if you're hearing it kind of everywhere you go, and you just find yourself kind of singing along to it. It feels like a love song, right? And I feel like these little things are starting to kind of suggest to you that maybe you're ready to let a little more love into your life. Yeah. Not that you don't have any now, but, we can all use a little bit more love, right? So I feel like that's kind of the message. That's what seems to be going on, because it does feel like you've accomplished something over here. And what this is, it could be the career thing, and now we're ready for what's coming next. Yeah. What's coming next? I'm getting a connection with the west coast of California, or the United States west coast. I'm thinking California, right? I don't know what connection you have over there. I'm from that area. But I feel like there's either you're from there, or people there, or that's something that you kind of always wanted to go see, the Pacific Ocean right over there on that side. I don't know what the connection is there for you. I'm also getting a J name that's very close to you, personal friend or family member with a J name. Sometimes these details come through. They're not meant for everyone. If these details aren't for you, don't worry about it. Just leave it for the next person. It's a way of validating the energy and offering some synchronicities to some of you. Okay? Definitely getting that J name. The Two of Pentacles, like we said, this is realizing that some things are changing. We might be just how we're feeling, what we want, what we're doing. Changing some of that Ten of Pentacles. We're swapping one of these coins out for a new one, right? We want something, so we feel something. It's not that it's like, see, there's no air cards here. It's not that we intentionally said, well, I'm going to start looking for something else now. I think it's a feeling that's been slowly kind of building up, and we realize now that, I want that depth in my relationships. Well, let's select the mystery card now. Before we get too far into this, before we finish with the Path of the Serpent, we should at least get our mystery card out. So poor Jimbo over there has something to do. There you go, Jimbo, a.k.a. the Lizard King. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will just be a few more minutes. If you know what that card is, if you've got a hunch, put it down in the comments. All right, we're going to do it together as a group exercise. Okay. The Hermit in the environment. There might be some prompts that you're feeling from the universe, some synchronicities, some signs, the kind of the repeating song, or the song that gets stuck in your head, or I almost wonder if it's a Beatles song. I kind of have that I Want to Hold Your Hand song, right? Kind of on a repeat. There's just some kind of promptings that say, okay, you've got to get out of this hermit mode. that you've been very focused on this, and this is still very good stuff. You are manifesting your absolutely best life. And I think that this is us being prompted to open up and accept what may be a very significant part of your best life. Yeah. That maybe we thought we were that was the romance, the kind of thing, the intimacy, whatever, wasn't really for us. Maybe you're kind of a lone wolf. And I say wolf because Spirit showing me a wolf. I think the wolf is a very important symbol for you. It could be a spirit or a totem kind of animal for you. But I feel like it's kind of an energy in this position. It says that you're being prompted. I'm not saying you're being told to. I don't like saying that. You're being prompted from within, from without, to reveal yourself, to let people see you. This is the hermit that kind of is outside around at the coffee shop, just kind of has their hood pulled up and doesn't really want people to see them. But I feel that there is this urge, there's this prompting now where you just you want to take the cloak off. You want to let your hair down, kind of. And you want to be noticed. You want to interact with people. You want that kind of, even if it's just social interaction. Right? You want that. I think that's part of your experience, part of what you're being prompted to add to your picture of your best life. Yeah. And expanding on that, of course, is the Knight of Cups, the giving and receiving of love, of affection. And this is kindness. This is really just like doing nice things for people, people doing nice things for you, even strangers, just general kind of, anonymous, like social interactions, right? Just like out at the coffee shop or something. And it's just, this is that good feeling that we get when we just like interface with somebody. And it's just a pleasant experience. It doesn't have to go beyond that. But maybe that's kind of what we want. We just want the human connection, even if it's to start off with, perhaps, just very distant kind of ways, very anonymous kind of ways, very casual, nothing like, just a smile or a hello or holding the door or, just a nice word to people or just kind of random acts of kindness. Sometimes I see this card and I think of when you're at like a coffee shop or something and the person in front of you just pays for your drink. Doesn't look at you, doesn't say anything, just tells the person behind the counter, hey, I'm going to buy their drink too. Let me pay for the person behind me. I don't know who it is. I didn't look behind me. Let me pay for the person behind me. And I feel like little things like that really astonish people because we're so busy in our Emperor 10 of Wands that we don't really take the time to appreciate those little things, those little gestures that people might. I think people want to do those gestures, but it's almost as if a lot of people feel like they can't or that it's awkward or that they're so busy in this other stuff that they're not thinking about that. But I think it's something we all really want to do. We all like making other people feel good, right? Even in that simple kind of way, 10 cents for a cup of coffee. I don't think you can get coffee for 10 cents anymore, though, can you? Anyway, I feel like you want more of those kinds of interactions in your life. Yeah, I feel like you're being prompted to do a little bit more of that. Okay, the Princess of Pentacles to me does feel like an Empress energy because it feels like that is the land of milk and honey. That is the utopia. That is the perfect existence. Right? But with the Princess, again, it contains everything. Once we're able to refine that energy into kind of what we really want in our life, what is really required for us to feel like we are living our best life, right? Then I think the Empress really kind of the Princess of Pentacles transforms into the Empress. It's more specific. It's more unique to just you. This is every card, everything for everyone. This is infinite. What we're doing is refining that so the princess becomes the empress. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Let's look at the mystery card now. Yeah, let's see what's going on over here. Didn't have long to wait for this one. I kind of want to see more water energy. I think the water is really where we're going for this. I think we need a 6 or a 9 or a 10 of cups. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Let's just take a look. Oh, the sun. Well, the sun, I think, is it's clarity, it's perception. I think this is us really accepting all of the different facets of ourselves, realizing that we are this infinite light. And it's not just one ray of light shining on one thing. It's not just an emperor doing the 10 of wands stuff. That's just one ray of light. But we are an infinite light source here. So we are complex beings. Yeah. And we need to try to explore and include and fulfill as many aspects of ourselves as we can. And we can never completely do that, right? Because the rays of light are infinite. But the more we strive to kind of incorporate as much as we can, the fuller and richer experience we have of ourselves and of the world, which thou art that, macrocosm, microcosm. So I think we try to include as many of these things about ourselves as possible. Follow each ray of light as we are prompted by Spirit to do so, knowing that we'll never be able to follow every single one. But we do what we can, you know. And then we come to a larger, more clear picture of who we are and what our life is and what our destiny is. So I think this is a good one. I like it. We're going to go ahead and do an extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, there is a link at the end of this video, and there's a link down in the video description. So check that out if you want to. New readings for Sagittarius are every Wednesday and Sunday. I'm here every single day, 6 a.m. Just come see me again tomorrow. I will be here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Yeah. Shout out to those of you on the west coast of the United States, California. Bay Area here. I actually grew up in the South Bay, like San Jose area. I'm from there. And then I moved to the kind of northern Midwest, just a few years ago, actually, really. Anyway, where was I? I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I truly love you. And we're all in this together.